years it's been the opposite.
It's been the opposite, and now in 2025, some women are playing that role.
I think again, it's going to depend on the guy. In a sense, there's going to be guys that are going to be, hey, that's cool with that, but then you got to ask the guy, what if you're not the only guy that she sees? Now are you going to have an issue with it? You may not have feelings for her and want to date her and just want the sex, but knowing that she's next man that after you or even before you that she got with, can you deal with that?
So,
and I think that's what it is. If he knows you're the only one that he's back and you're not in a relationship, for him that's perfect. Most guys, because they're getting what they want, they don't have to deal with the relationship aspect of it. So they're getting that. Not all guys. There's guys that want the relationship.
Right.
That want that and want all of that together.
So why is it when a man gets bun, because he's burnt multiple women along his conquer stage, but then when it's reversed and he's the one with the burn, why is it so detrimental to a male?
Because it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing.
And you put him down, he's probably feeling like.
And it's also how he's seen amongst his peers, right? As males, we don't want to be that BITC, quote unquote, BITCH person, right? You get treated like one, right?
Okay.
So when we're treated like that, we feel less than a man, right? So it does something to our stigma, to our ego. And you're in the female's case, I guess you guys would feel the same way, but it hurts males more.
I don't know.
Would you agree? No, maybe.
I think here's the thing. You know how that reggae song "When a Man Get Burned," like when a woman gets burned, she's like, okay, it happened. I'm gonna like level up.
I don't think so.
But when a man gets burned, it's like, oh my God, this happened to me. And you're right, it's like that ego got crushed.
No, I think females can feel the same way. I don't think they move.
No, but I'm not talking before. I'm talking 2025 because there's a lot of females now that have that male attribute to them.
Possibly, but I still think females take getting cheated on or not being valued as they're supposed to. They take it more to heart. You can't say that because we're in 2025 and because of women empowerment, they feel.
No, but there's a lot of women that are treating males now as their piece of meat. Where before,
males like males treated.
Right, exactly. Where we never used to do it before.
Down on the floor, but it's facing up or something.
No, you're not that type of person, girl.
To answer your question, go.
What are you saying about the?
Oh.
See when
put it there. Put it where?
Why it hurts more of man
right there.
gets cheated on is because it's simple.
There you go.
See, everyone knows it.
Thank you.
When women do it, and they find a guy.
Yay.
Most women aren't just having sex with the next man just for the sex. Not to say there isn't.
There's some women that do.
But there is some. But majority, if she cheats on the man, it's because the other man is doing something. Either there's something maybe the next man's not, her man's not doing, or she's losing the connection, whatever. But there's some type of connection she has with the guy. So it's not just sex. Because I think with a guy, if it was just you said, okay, I had sex with this guy, it was just that night, we never after that, he'll still be hurt. But I think he could get past that, right? Depending on your relationship, he could get past that, knowing that okay, it's not intentional. But you know if she cheats on him, there's that next man did something to get her attention. It's not just I'm sorry, I just needed some penis that night. Not saying it's right, but you can kind of, because there's no attachment.
So is it
you
safe
still
to
have
say,
that attachment with her, and it's just.
So is it safe to say when a man cheats, it's just for his sexual pleasure?
Majority of the time,
majority of the time.
Majority of the
But
time,
when a
and I
woman
think that's
cheats,
why women can
and when women
accept
cheat, there's
more
some kind of a connection. There's an attachment. There's something that's missing that this individual now provided to them.
And the thought of losing her is much stronger stronger than the other way because the guy was just like, it's just sex, I want you, baby. I don't care
But
about
is it
her.
okay for a woman to accept that a man's cheated than a man to accept that a woman
I don't
is
think
cheated?
No.
it's
Go over there and look.
acceptable wise. I think it that depends on you and
Or
your
just like zoom
relationship.
out.
What happened? Because that can't just be general. Like, oh, she's a thief.
Because most men are like,
But,
well,
not like
but when you say accept, like accept as in, okay,
the infidelity.
No,
The infidelity.
But when you say accept as in, okay, I'm not accepting it, we're done, or
No, accept it as
not
okay,
accepting
you
it,
did
but
this
you
time.
did it, we're gonna talk about
Okay.
it, we're gonna work from it.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it,
No.
and I'm not quote
Working
unquote
past it.
accepting
It
it,
works,
but
yeah.
I understand. I appreciate that you told
Nice.
me, and it happened, but we're not gonna move on.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
Okay,
he just
so
did something.
both of you being married individuals,
Is it on? Is it
if
on?
your wife had an infidelity,
Oh, no.
how is it that you would now deal with that infidelity?
That's fine.
That's a conversation.
Yeah, turn the other way.
Because you're throwing kids in the mix now.
Exactly.
Well, okay, but if it's
Oh,
okay.
there.
There's no kids? There's still a conversation. You have to have a conversation.
So you've been together, let's set it up. You've been together 10 years.
Yep.
One scenario, you have kids. The other scenario, you don't have kids, but there was an infidelity on the female's part. What is your next recourse?
You have to speak on it.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
You have to speak on it.
Okay.
I don't believe in you have to talk to your female. You have to talk to her and say, listen, why did this happen? Where do you go from here? And like there's so much levels. Like there's so much questions that need to be answered.
Okay,
To
so
make a decision after 10 years in a split moment, because
exactly.
because your attitude towards that person may change the following day, and may change a week from now, right? So you can't make a decision in a split second like that. I do believe in conversation initially,
All right.
and if things don't work out because of that reason, then call it.
Okay, so
What?
and before you answer, and in that, as a black man, would you be willing to take counseling sessions to
Yeah.
overcome those obstacles?
That's part of the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. But what I want to say was, before you even have the conversation with her, conversation with yourself. Is this what you want to? Are you willing to? Do you love this woman that much? Is this something you can deal with? Has this how hurt are you
Remember
by what they did?
the
Did
kicker was-
you do something to cause
To
this?
cause that.
What if
Because
you
like I
don't
said,
even know how to have that
because
conversation?
like I said,
the kicker-
Some men
after
don't even
10
know
years-
how
The
to
kicker
do
was
that.
10 years.
listen, after if
They
it's
keep
10
blaming
years,
the woman for
No,
something.
but after
No.
10 years,
But
but that's
after
where you
10
find
years,
out.
You have to have a
because
conversation.
have
after
to have
10
that
years, if you
conversation.
can't have
It's
that
just not
conversation
okay.
with
We're done.
yourself,
Yeah.
To me,
you
You
shouldn't
never
be with
had a
that woman.
relationship. You never had a relationship.
You probably weren't really into that relationship, or somehow you might have checked out. Because, like you said, if right off the bat, obviously you're hurt, and maybe in your mind is, I'm done. But after you let 5 minutes set,
Or a
I
day.
did.
Or a day.
no.
How about a whole day?
No.
I'm talking about my cousin over there. It needs to be a day.
Right? It's a whole day of calm, relax.
No. This is what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying you're coming to a decision after 5 minutes. I'm saying
Okay.
after 5 minutes of in your head, oh, we're done.
Okay.
I know when you say that, you're
It
gonna
can't
start
be 5
things are gonna
minutes.
start running in your head, right?
Right, absolutely.
After the 5 minutes, it's gonna be like, okay.
Funny.
Then you start thinking,
Okay,
whatever.
hold on.
You know what I mean?
We're
In
getting
general.
the male perspective because
In
we
ge-
always
in-
get the female
In general.
perspective.
When I say
of
5
this.
minutes, I'm saying
Twice.
And
in a
much
certain
too much
amount of time.
Yes.
You maybe
Maybe
give
a
you
day
an
or
hour.
two.
Yeah.
I would
It's
consider it a week.
you want to assess the situation,
I understand.
right? You want to assess the situation, right? Because off the bat you're gonna be like, oh, forget that, I'm done. I'm not gonna have them. But 10 years, you had stuff. And again, like I said, if the woman does it, you gotta look to, okay, what did I do for her to do it? That's gonna be your first question, no matter what. You're gonna be like, did I do something? And you gotta look at that. And you gotta analyze over the time, because women will let you know things, right? They'll let you know things over time. Then you gotta look back and be like, you know what?
But you're
She
talking
did
from
say
a
this
male's
stuff.
perspective that has that leadership aspect, that has the maturity
I will give you
level,
both things.
emotionally
I will give you
intelligent.
mine. I'm giving you from me,
Yeah.
from myself, what
Because
I
if
would
you're not
do.
like that,
Yeah.
you're gonna manipulate and blame and put
Oh, yeah,
everything
that's what I'm
back
saying.
onto the woman, and then it's the woman that's going crazy, starts
That's-
to be crazy. Right?
that is the typical male that will do that. I'm giving you what me personally what I do. Right? I would have to analyze, especially if you're saying 10 years.
10
plus.
years.
Listen.
10 plus.
Things go, things happen. She might have done some stuff that you didn't like, that you know. So now you did something, and you're gonna hope that she.
So what are the so what are some of the red flags that males normally miss when they're in a relationship and their partner is not happy?
The red flags of them or what we're doing?
What you're missing.
Missing.
So,
Red flags
the
of
male.
So the red
What the
flags of
males
the
are
male.
missing?
Yes. Good
That's a
question.
good question.
Or,
That's a very good
there
question.
could be attention. I think a lot
Eye
of it
contact.
is I think
I'm a
it's
big
attention and where
person of eye contact.
it's where it's I think a lot of where the woman
Eye
feels
contact?
positioned in your life. Like, is she here? 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 Like, they want to be here,
Right.
right? And the only reason they'll drop to here, you gotta have really like something life-threatening that's like, all right, fine, I'll take the back burner at this moment. But other than that, you gotta be here.
But did you realize, like, from a woman's point of view, when a woman's nagging you, she still cares.
Yeah, yeah.
And when she becomes silent,
Oh, yes.
that
It's when
means-
she's done.
is when she's done.
She's done.
Yes.
So how do you prevent from the nagging to the silence? How as a male do you interject in all of that?
I cannot answer for all males.
No, I'm just
for
from
me,
your
Yeah, for
perspective.
you.
see with me,
You and
it's yes, it's weird. It's weird, and I gotta take it for myself because of how I am. I was an only child.
oh, so you're
You
spoiled.
can't. No. Whoa. There's a difference between. Hold on. There's a difference. Spoiled doesn't mean you're getting what you want.
You didn't get what you wanted. Not from mommy.
Mama, they not money to spoil me like that. No, it was not that. It was spoiled in the sense that, yeah, I didn't have to share stuff. You're damn right I ain't sharing with you. Get it yourself, bruh. Maybe I'll share with you. Let me offer. Don't reach.
Yeah, you ain't getting it.
But do me up, try.
But no, because you're giving
What do
me
you
an
say?
answer from an only child
Yes,
perspective.
okay.
Where,
How I look at it,
where
if you
he's
want to
gonna
play the
give it to
silent
me
treatment,
from,
I can do it too.
but that's spiteful.
No, it's not spiteful. That's me. How I grew up. I know how to be by myself.
Okay,
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It comes across as that,
right?
and that's what I gotta learn to not do.
But
Okay.
that's why I said it has
Right?
to be emotionally intelligent and mature, like mentally as well, to handle things.
Because like
They're gonna keep doing
if
things
we
back
get
to
into
you.
the argument and you're like you're not talking to me. Most of the time, guys are gonna be, come on, baby, Fine. You want to talk to me? All right. I can deal with myself on my own. I'm not saying that's a good thing,
Right.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but because I've learned to be able to be by myself,
Right,
you leaving me by myself, it's not a punishment.
right. It's like, this is my peace, my happy place.
And that's how I will solve my. If I have an issue, I can solve it on my own in silence, and I'll be good.
Right. And
If
for
if
you-
I'm still bothered, then I'll bring it up to you. But I can solve it.
I
So
think-
you need a little quiet time by yourself.
And I know not everyone is
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
People need to talk.
So
it
do you
out.
need to? Do you leave the house
I
to
need
do
both.
that, or do
I
you
need
stay
both.
inside?
I
Time, and
could,
I like
but
to talk.
she may not want me to. Leave.
Okay, but do you? If she doesn't want you to leave the house, do you?
Remember what he said? She doesn't want.
I won't leave
Yeah,
the
she
house.
doesn't want
I
you.
might leave
Find a
the
different
room.
Room? Okay.
I
different
might step
spot
out
of
the
the house.
room
Yeah.
and
And
might
go
take
in your own
You might
corner.
take that as, oh, are you leaving the car? No,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the car. I don't want to say something stupid,
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm saying it now because I'm angry, but
Yeah.
I don't mean it. But it's
Yeah.
because I'm angry. I'm
I'm
saying it.
saying it. Okay.
But
And now you might take that as, oh,
But-
that's how you feel.
That's right.
Because a
Because you're
woman,
angry.
from a woman's point of view, whatever you say when you're angry or you're drunk,
Doesn't
It's
matter.
part
what
truth.
you wanted to say in the
That's
first place,
right.
but you never had the guts,
Guts to say it.
But then there's things, but there's
And
a
that's
lot.
what we
But you know
feel.
what? There's a lot of things that you may have a feeling about me, and that's only in that moment. That doesn't mean that's how you feel all the time about me. So that's why, yeah, in that moment I might say something because I'm drunk. But for you to now feel like, oh, that's how you always felt about it. No. It's just maybe in these moments when we fight, yeah, that's how I feel. I want to do something to you in that moment. Not that I'm going to do it.
Right.
I'm not going to do it. I said it. I didn't mean it, but I get what you're saying. Even jokes. When someone busts a joke,
Yeah.
there's a small truth behind the joke. But it doesn't mean I believe it or that's my truth.
Right.
It's just, I understand it. I make a joke.
I think the thing that we're missing here is that everybody is an individual.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everybody grew up differently. Everybody was
That's
raised,
right, raised
everybody
differently.
was raised differently.
Yeah.
Not every household is the exact same.
Same.
Right? Individual, right? So if someone, for example, the way that DJ said, if he wants to be in his quiet space, right, in his room by himself, and if people are like that, that's his way of calming down.
Right, and
That's-
a woman shouldn't antagonize that if he's like, I need my space. This is my quiet zone to think through this.
Right?
As a mature individual, we should allow that person to have their quiet space.
Alternatively, though, right? Again, everybody does their own thing. So if my thing isn't, or if his thing isn't, or if your thing isn't staying in a household or staying in a room where there's constant bickering or there's constant angst,
Correct.
and your way of peace is going for a walk, or going to the library,
Right.
or
Going for a drive.
going for a drive, or as long as it's not anything negative, destructive to your relationship, but that's your peace. Some people say they go to a spot where their and their parents used to go fishing,
Right.
or they used to have some quiet time with their loved one that deceased. That's their area of peace.
But we need to respect that, and that's
You need
where,
to respect that.
Yes.
But like I said, not all people are the same. So putting everybody in one box saying, okay, well, you have to be like this because you're the man and this is the argument, so,
Yeah.
or you have to be like this because you're the woman and this is the argument. That doesn't make, to me, that's not fair to the individual, and it's not respected to how they grew up and how they were raised, right?
No, absolutely. Because for me, if I'm in that zone, I will go for an hour massage because I'm zoning out the entire world.
Yeah.
For that hour, I'm getting my massage, I'm getting my zen back, and then I can come and deal with that situation.
Yeah, mine
Because
is
I
shopping.
need to detach. I
That's
need
what
to
I'm getting
detach in order to collect my thoughts
You gotta
to
come
even
back
have
to
the
it.
conversation.
That's right.
I can't deal with it right then and there because I know I'm a pit bull. I know whatever you give me, I'm
You
giving
see
you
me
back
shopping?
in that
What's
moment.
wrong?
So I will remove myself, collect my thoughts, come back and address the conversation after.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Everyone's
Everybody's
different. Yeah, mine is actually shopping. Like I literally go and say, you know what? I'm going
retail
shopping.
therapy
I'm
can
gonna
be
get something
dangerous.
really nice.
That's like eating too.
But even
Eating
so,
too.
both dangerous.
Yeah, and going to a restaurant by
there you go.
myself.
But even so, it's not the same every single time.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
like her thing may
Yeah.
be shopping.
Yeah.
One day it may be
Yeah.
staying inside the house.
Yep, and
Yeah.
go,
One
going
day
to the
could be
restaurant by
video
myself,
games,
eating
Right?
something. Yeah.
For me, it's going out for a drive.
Yeah.
Sticking inside my
Scenery.
room and playing Call of Duty for
Yeah.
freaking 3 hours.
Right.
And
I know.
But that's how,
3 hours is nothing.
no, but that's the problem. We need to learn the people that we're with and what their de-escalation or their methodical way of thinking and what they need to process a situation.
Yeah.
And I think in this generation, we're not allowing people to be individuals.
Be themselves.
That's
I think you need
And to
talk
be
about
themselves and to even have that conversation, because
Yeah.
one of the questions I ask people, like when I'm talking to them, is like, when you're in a stressful situation, how do you de-escalate yourself? Because then I know if we ever encounter this, when you do this,
Yeah.
you're not mad at me, it has nothing to do with me, you're just
point.
trying to process
Good point.
what's happening in the moment.
Good point. And for all those couples or people that actually have sit-down conversations at that time, we're not knocking that at all.
Yeah.
Like if that's comfortable,
can do it.
if you can do that, that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
But not everybody.
Everyone's gonna be like
is
you.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I have told the wife at the end of like, it's not about fighting. It's not that you fight.
Or
There's a
you
lot
win.
of people-
No, it's a winning. It's a
No,
winning.
it's not even that. It's
But
not,
it is. It is.
No,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
I'm
no.
right. I'm right.
But it's not about
And
that.
it's
I'm
not
saying
about
it's not,
that.
it's not the fact that you fight. Because some people break up because, oh, we fight a lot. That's not because you fight. What it is how you handle it.
Correct.
You're gonna fight. You have to fight.
Because you're
If you
two
don't
different
fight,
individuals,
you're-
somebody's fake.
You got to figure out how you handle it, and how you handle it is what's gonna either keep your relationship or break it. Not that you're fighting.
Right.
When people say, "Oh, we fought too much," Did
Okay.
you solve the fight? Did you try and solve the fight? No, we just got into fights and we just kept fighting. No. You gotta sit, you gotta talk it out, you gotta come to a compromise in the end. At the end of it, you gotta compromise.
And I think that's the problem. People don't want to put in the work in order to have a substantial relationship, because it's two different individuals coming together to form this relationship in backgrounds, cultures, experiences.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some negativity, but if you can work through that and have conversations, then you're on a better playing field.
Okay. Hold up.
And it's not about who's winning and who's losing,
Yeah.
and I won this argument. It's not about that.
That shouldn't be. But a lot of people do that.
A lot of people
Exactly.
do that. Yeah.
But you should
I mean,
also-
but we're all guilty for it too.
All right,
Hold on
so
one day.
apparently we live on the TikTok here. Someone's TikTok here.
We're live on the
And
TikTok.
supposedly someone is this comments
Do we have
being
a random
made here.
comment?
So I'm like, what up? Shout out.
Who's
Shout out
the user?
TikTok.
User's name is?
Make sure you follow. Make sure you
Who knows
follow
user's
us on
name?
Instagram.
Shout out to who? Shout out to who?
Jay.
Shout out to Jay.
Shout out to Jay.
Okay, so apparently
Wait, is that guy or girl?
it's a guy.
What up, Jay? Big Jay.
So
Follow the podcast, Jay.
he's saying,
It's on Instagram.
but in the nutshell, deep underlining issues in the deep stress and another deeper level and of trauma, men hold on to emotions that erupt to express things, ask the questions why, where, when, how, and what. We can't ignore these triggers are happening. And he's like, video games overly dissociates from exploring our true traumas and triggers.
And I was going to talk about that.
Good response, Jay. Good response.
Thank you, Jay.
Like that. Good for you.
You should be able
Keep them coming.
you should be able to bring up stuff without the other person thinking you're coming at them or trying to cause a fight or trying to, make it into a negative thing. Because I found that if you're not able to discuss things, as you were saying in the beginning, like especially in the moments you're having your whatever's going on, and you're trying to talk, you're trying to say something, you want to talk about it, but the other person thinks you're just coming at them and you're fighting them.
Or being too dramatic.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have that. Because sometimes when you try to discuss things, the person is feeling that way. Like that you're coming at them,
Yeah.
wanting to fight when you're not. You just want to discuss.
And that's why I was saying before, like, don't use stuff that they told you against.
As a
Don't
tool.
throw it
As
back
a
at
tool.
them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right?
as a
Like,
tool.
So if
like,
I've
if the
gone through
trauma, if I
something
had-
in my
yeah.
childhood,
Don't
don't bring
use
it up
it. Yeah.
in an argument,
argument,
when
Yeah.
we're going through our situation.
Yeah.
That you're not playing fair.
Yeah.
You're almost playing dirty at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, that's
agree.
why your mother did it
I
when you were a
agree.
child, and that's why your father when you were a child.
Yeah, like that's underhanded. Like that's
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Good
Thank
answer,
you, Jay.
Thank you for your comment. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
Keep them coming, by the way.
Follow us.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow too.
All right, so
We're going to podcast, be in the audience too, guys.
Be here.
DM us if you want to be on podcast or even be in the audience.
So we got a
We
next
welcome
topic.
all, baby.
We got a next topic here. Now this one is a little bit touchy.
A 10.
Oh,
Career.
okay.
All right.
Oh.
So
14.
I want
Before we go to randoms.
Okay.
I want everybody to put in their input on this. All right, male and female. Prostitution.
Oh, prostitution. Here we
Do
go.
you guys consider it an actual job or a result of being too lazy to work hard to get a job?
No, it's a multiple things because I think the person could have went through a lot of stuff in their childhood. It's a buildup of things that were never probably worked on, or the person was never helped, or just never gotten the support and help needed to deal with certain things. So over time, that's the only way they know how to manage it, and then they go into that same direction, and that's how all they know to an extent.
Why prostitution?
So I'm going to add to that. In our line of work, some people are forced into prostitution because they're with a partner and the partner
That
starts
introduced
selling them, and that's how they introduce, and that's how the money comes in. So because, we work in the region of Peel, Mississauga has every highway and the airport coming through. So prostitution and employment trafficking is the highest within the city in which we live in. And some people are introduced from the minute they come to the airport. Their passports
Right
are
away.
taken from them,
Right
and they've
away.
got to work off the debt that's owed in a country where they came from.
Thank you.
So
That's how they got
it's
here,
not
okay.
it's not a matter of are they being lazy.
Yeah.
They're trying to protect their family from being killed
They
in a
don't wanna
different
do it.
country. They don't want to do it,
Okay.
but it's a survival mode.
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Good point.
What about the ones that are not in that situation, but just doing it because they need the
Quick
money?
money.
Quick
Yeah.
money
And-
to pay for their college funds, whatever they
And
need
to
it
that,
for.
I don't agree with that because you're right. There are some people who are like, I can go on the pole, I can be this
And get this
escort
amount of
for,
money.
or I can be on sugardaddies.com and I'm gonna get like $4,000 a month, and then I'm gonna become a lawyer, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that instance, I don't agree with it.
But what if it's to actually support their family?
It's like, the
So
outcome
they have
is that
two-
you're
they
doing
have two young
good.
kids.
That's you.
The outcome is that they're trying to build themselves. Not just to get money and buy it on shoes and purses, but they're actually using that money to go further their career.
So that I'm not trying to say I agree or disagree, but
Okay.
you always have to wonder what that person went through to get where they are. I always try to put myself in their position. So doesn't mean I'm agreeing with things or whatever, but I understand and empathize, and I feel for that person and try to see why they got there. Why are they in this position? So if it's to further themselves, this is hard because my body to me is more important. Yeah. And I'm not just a piece of
Absolutely.
meat or material.
Then surviving.
You might think something else, but for me, after everything I've been through too, you
Hold
don't
on.
just get that.
Right.
Hold on.
Gotta work.
Your body is more. Your body is more important to you than surviving and getting a.
But here's the
getting a
thing.
life for your family.
No, but here's the thing.
Surviving
If
in
they
that
wait-
type of way.
No,
surviving
we,
that-
yeah.
That's what
Because
she
if
said.
you're not there, how are they? If you're not proper, how is the rest of the stuff going to be proper too?
Well, if you're struggling
No,
to
but-
put. Go ahead.
But here's the thing: we live in a country
Uh-huh.
where we have social assistance.
Okay.
We've got all these
They have
other
all the care.
benefits that the government is now kicking in. So you can have a rent that's $2,300, and the government has programs where you can get COP to pay that rent. So it's something that they've decided morally
Absolutely.
within themselves that that's what they want to do because they want the quick money.
Is that,
So
is
I
that
used to
promoted
work
a lot
at
though?
no, I used to work for
everyone know about
social
it?
services, and I know a lot of women who are coming in driving BMWs, driving Porsche,
I've seen
getting
that,
checks
too.
for
I've seen
$4,000 a month, and I'm working and I'm not even grossing that for the month.
Nor
right?
the car they're pushing.
Nor am I able to drive that car, and we have the same amount of kids, but they're getting that money for free. I'm having to work for it. So prostitution, when you put it in that light, it's a choice. It's a lifestyle that they want because they want the bling, they want the glamour and everything else. If you live in Canada, there's so many benefits that you get topped up on that you can afford to have. Is it publicized? Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're on Ontario Works, they're going to tell you. If you talk
the
to somebody,
resources.
they will explain to you how to get A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
If you're in the U.S., that's a whole different ball game.
So for those people that take advantage of those resources, right? Because there's been a stigma or a complaint that there's a group of whether it be male or females that use those resources for too long, right? How long is too long? Would you say?
Oh my gosh, this is like all me? No.
I think
so
if it's generational. So if
Yeah.
it's first, second, and third generation, because I was, privy to some information, it was fourth generation on that. That's too long.
That's too long.
That's way too long. If you're first generation and you're using it to get over a hump until you can get to where you're going, no problem. As of when we're looking at today, if you have to go on it, there's no stigma from me because life right now is hard.
It's hard.
So is there,
It's hard.
but there's no date for them to
Come on.
that they're told to come up.
No,
Because I
no.
know in the
See,
States, I know they used to make that joke about fight 2 years, then
Oh
you got
my
2 years. Like, you only be on something for a
God.
limited time.
Not
Like
anymore.
within that time, you
Not
gotta
anymore.
fight.
Even if
Do you
they-
think it should be though? Do you think there should be a limit?
Well,
Because
you do
again,
have
you get
lazy
that
people
fourth
too,
generation
right?
stuff.
You do have
right?
lazy people that just sit there and just like, you know what?
So as I
This is
said,
the way.
I know someone personally.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not, and it's a situation where again I'm not judging, but you know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much you get. You have a daughter,
Yeah.
and you're living in a certain housing. I'm not stigmatizing. I'm not discriminating against
I hear
anybody.
you.
But you know what you're getting. Meanwhile, I'm busting my ass
Yeah.
to do what I have to do. But you're collecting all the money. You're at home getting your nails done and your hair done and whatever. Okay, but yet you don't want to move up. You know what I mean?
So should there be a limit? Should there be a deadline?
In certain situations, I can't. Again, I'm not God,
Yeah.
right? So I think maybe when it comes to certain things, maybe because people will continue to ride the system.
That's
There's
right.
not going to be nothing left for us when we get old.
And we're
in
paying
our-
for
when we're
it with
seniors.
taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pay for it.
I think
My heart still goes out to people. Don't get me wrong. Mental health, addictions, and
Yes.
whatever situations you're in. I'm thankful that there is support.
That's what I'm gonna say.
My
I
heart
think
is
it
going out
depends
to
on your
you,
situation.
but it does depend on what's going on. Because again, this person I know, she knows
Nothing
what
wrong.
she's getting. So why are you gonna leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't wanna move up?
Yeah.
Aside from those stuff, they should be watching. Like, okay, we see you actively going for work, doing stuff. Maybe it's not working out. We'll support you until you get it. But if you see someone, they're not trying for anything. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not sick, nothing.
That's- yeah.
Right? Just times were hard or whatever. But
Yeah.
they can try. They're not looking for jobs. They're not applying or anything. They're just taking the checks. And there's no date.
And then you have a
That-
kid.
that
You
shouldn't-
get money
that
for those
shouldn't be
kids.
allowed.
You get
So
money
where
for those child.
where I feel the
Go be a
disconnect
prostitute.
is when people are on the system and they're doing side jobs on the side or opening businesses with my tax dollars and still
There's
collecting.
a
Not
problem
shouldn't be right
there.
either.
There's a
That
problem
that
there.
they should be
Checking that out.
criminally charged for that stuff.
Pay back whatever.
100%.
Exactly. Pay
But
back.
who's the watchdog for that?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
There is a
Should be the
watchdog,
government, right?
and you can call it in because
No,
I
not
would
me
say,
calling it in. They should be on top of that.
They should be on top of
But
that.
here's
someone
the
watching
thing:
And they should
there
be on top of
are
people who are not.
there are some
who's been
people
killing
that
the
have 4
system.
different names and collect social assistance
On one name.
one name, then the second name, then the third name, then the fourth
So
name,
my-
and then they open a barbershop and a hairdressing
Oh my
salon.
God, wait, another
and then
name.
when they get caught, they're crying.
So,
They'll,
so let me ask you
that's
guys
the
a
thing, they'll
question.
get caught. It'll just gonna take time.
Yeah, but
they
they
will
probably
eventually
use
get
their
caught.
kid's name.
So let me ask you guys a question. Is the angst then towards the people taking advantage of the system, or should the angst be directed towards the people that are in charge of the system?
It's the ones taking advantage of the system, right? Because
But they're
everybody
taking
has
advantage of the Canadian system.
right. That's what I said. The people taking advantage of the system because there are some people who genuinely need the
help.
Like you and I work at the same place. Used to work at the same place, and I know of 2 of our colleagues that were homeless. Right? So they went through a divorce,
Wow.
had child support, couldn't afford to live. They continued working, but they lived out of their vehicle. Those are the ones we need to help to get back onto their
Well, yeah.
feet.
100%.
Yes.
But what I'm saying
Yes.
is, if I'm in charge of funds, shouldn't I be in charge of where it's going, where it's going to,
But it's hard because
responsibly?
there's so many people.
Like
And I'm pretty sure
my anger should
that
be
department is probably like 5 people just checking millions of people. So by the time you get to the one person, someone who's cheating, like they might have gone through. You'll get to them, but it's gonna be time before you get to them. Right? So
I just feel we need to hold the government's feet to the fire rather than being so angry that these people actually take advantage. Because they're using
I
the
get
praise.
it.
They're like, listen, if I'm going into a situation where I'm getting free money for an X amount of time,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why not pull
I'm gonna
it?
keep on
Pull
doing
it.
it.
But they should.
But
they
it's
should
like,
let you
it's
know
like
there's a
during
limit.
COVID when all those people got served for no reason, and then when they did their taxes and had to pay back, they're blaming the government. But you got that money in the wrong way,
Good
so you
point.
should be paying
Good
it
point.
back.
That's a very good
yeah, you know
That's a
that,
very good-
Right?
Yeah,
So
if
they
you're
had-
cheating,
but look at that.
No, but
look
that's
at
a
that.
different. That's cheating.
No.
But if I find a loophole,
Yeah.
that's not necessarily me cheating. Like those guys were cheating. Like they told you, like they're getting money when they're not supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You specifically shouldn't be getting this money, and you're getting it. But if I'm supposed to be getting the money, but now I find a little loophole that makes me continuously get the money, then it's on the government to
Government.
close the
100%.
loophole. Not necessarily me to stop, because the
But
next
here's
person,
the thing: when the
next
government
person's gonna take
closes,
advantage
when
of
the
it.
government closes the loophole, we're going to become like the United States, where people who desperately need it won't get it. Right? So we're in a situation now where the lower income, they're getting it. The middle class, which we all are sitting at, we are maybe a couple paychecks away from being in the poverty line and not really going up. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the problem. We don't know how to correctly balance the system that we have right now. And yes, the government is responsible. Is there enough social service workers in order to go through and to check all those files? Absolutely not, because the government's not going to hire all of those people to start combing through, right? But we need to be responsible as Canadians and as individuals. If you don't need it, don't go on the system. Give it to those who actually need it.
need it.
But you